Ultimately, what defiles a human being is the corruption of the human's character, the corruption of the human's heart to embrace evil thought, to think evil, to do evil things. The ultimate evil is to take a false god, to worship idols, to turn and give one's loyalty to Satan. Ultimately, the corruption of the human being is to worship an image instead of the one true God. Therefore, my fellow Christian brothers and sisters, by no scriptural measurement is taking the COVID-19 vaccine the same as taking the mark of the beast. Until one, a mark on your right arm and your forehead is directly connected to you giving up your faith in Christ and worshiping an image. If we are going to be literal, then we must be literal. Revelation chapter 13, verse 17. So that they could not buy or sell unless they had the mark, which is the name of the beast or the number of its name. Let us go somewhat higher. If we go from verse 16, it says, it also forced all people, great and small, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hands or on their foreheads, so that they could not buy or sell unless they had the mark, which is the name of the beast or the number of its name. This calls for wisdom. Let the person who has insight calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. That number is 666. So if we are going to be literal, we're going to need a literal number. And then we need to have the location, or locations, right. It's the location we have here on their right hands or on their foreheads. We can be literal, figurative, or spiritual. If we are going to be literal, then we need to have the locations of the body where the mark is according to the Bible. Some want to look at it as symbolism. What we know for sure is that as conniving as Satan is, dealing with trickery and deceit, when he is coming against God, it is always literal and practical and confrontational. In the book of Revelation, he's going to wage war against God. He's not beating around the bush. He's coming directly at God. In Daniel chapter 3, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were told, you cannot worship but the God, the image here that we have for you. And they refused to. For Christians, accepting the mark of the beast is in direct relationship with abandoning your Christian faith. Accepting the mark of the beast is directly connected to the abandoning of your Christian faith. and you would abandon your Christian faith to worship Satan.